promise all my videos are not the same. I just so happen to be wearing the same jacket, sunglasses and headphones at the same location as last week's video, but it's just because I'm a gal who's enjoying the Scottish summer. There is lots of clouds and yesterday was peeing it down, hence why you gotta make most of it when it is like this, because Scotland's hit or miss. So last week I actually walked 55 miles. That's actually ridiculous. But that's a blooming lot of steps and it didn't even feel like it. I was working at the weekend in the care home and I usually do about 10,000 steps minimum in there. So yeah, it was a pretty busy week for the step count. No matter how many times I go to the toilet before I leave the house, I am always bursting when it gets to like halfway through this walk, and there's public toilets over there. They only take contactless payments of like 30p. The world is mad and I'm fingers crossed that they're open, because if not, I'm going to need to go to Sainsbury's, which is another like 35-minute walk, and I'm not going to lie, I don't think I'm going to make it. Best money ever spent. 85p Aldi, get on it. Vitamin water dupe. Vitamin water literally used to have me in such a chokehold when I was like 12, and let's just say 12-year-old Joe definitely couldn't be affording vitamin water every day. So I'm just getting ready for my bath, but I want to show you what I'm going to put in it to make it luxurious and super relaxing, so I can lie back and watch my vlog in peace and just stew in my own filth, basically. But these products will have you feeling and smelling the bomb. Home Bargains find a big bottle of Cherry Blossom Bubble Bath. It literally smells like Love Heart Sweets, best way I can describe it. Beautiful. Epsom bath salts, because hello, gym bro. Now my body is actually aching, so these do come in handy, and they smell really fresh, like how I would envision a spa smelling. I've never been to a spa. I feel like I need to go to a spa, because see, getting a massage, that's my favourite thing in the whole entire world, getting a massage. I would rather have a 1 hour massage than a designer handbag or a designer pair of shoes, unless they're rollerblades. Last of my stress therapy bath soak, Redox dupe from Aldi. And wait for it, no, it's not Sol de Janeiro. It's Home Bargains dupe. Don't I just love a dupe? It's a knockoff lotion from Sol de Janeiro. I seen these on TikTok like maybe a month ago, and it was a Home Bargains in England, and they had all the scents. It was like this one, the darker one, and the yellow one. And I had always kept my eye out. I was like, when is the Scottish Home Bargains getting this? Because I want them. Went in yesterday with my mum, spied this one in the darker red one, and I picked this one up because this one smells so much better. But when they get the yellow one in, I'm snatching that up. It honestly smells so good. It reminds me of Go Fruity perfume from Zara, which is my ultimate favourite Zara perfume. If you want to smell a 10 out of 10, you need to buy the Go Fruity perfume, or the Red Temptation, Amber Fusion, or Golden Decade. See those 4 perfumes? People in the street will stop you and ask you what perfume are you wearing, and you'll be a head turner wherever you go, because you'll be smelling bomb. That was so good and so needed. That's the thing about me, no matter where I'm staying, if there's a bath, I will be going in it. In one of my uni flats, the bath wasn't the cleanest, however, I didn't let that stop me. I would go in, bleach the whole bathroom and make it so cosy, clean and tidy, and then have a bath for like ages. Most people would probably be like, there's no way you bath in that. I was like, well, at least once a week, yes I do. Girl needs her pamper sessions. Seen this procedure on TikTok and I was so tempted, but I'm a big scaredy cat. It was under eye like lift slash like brightening serum pumped in. I think I've got really bad under eyes, like they sort of sink in and they're very dark, and I seen this girl like get injections all here, and it just looked like it would do so good once it had healed. But I'm probably way too much for scaredy cat for that stuff, so I will just stick to trying to get my 8 to 10 hours sleep a night, and fingers crossed that it solves the problem. Okay, I'm going to put you on to a hair mask, and it's not like an expensive Olaplex or Redken hair mask or whatever. It is this bad boy. The Argan Oil hair mask. You can get it in like Savers, Home Bargains, B&M, all those places. I think it's literally £1 I've paid, and it's one that I've used for years. I'm not capping when I say this, right? I've used biotin tablets, hair growth serum and everything, but I swear this helps your hair grow. Don't know why, don't know if it's something to do with the argan oil or whatever's in it. It really does help my hair grow. And in one of my previous videos I was talking about how I wanted to cut my hair short, even though the idea of cutting my hair short stresses me out, but I like my curls when they're shorter because they're bouncier and all that jazz, more volume. Well, literally I think that video went up on the Thursday. See, on Saturday I cut my hair. I literally was not waiting around. I just took scissors to it and cut it. You probably won't be able to tell that much. Also, look at how sexy my nightie is. I do be looking like a spoon's plate. Primark, £6. But I just took like, took about that much off, a few inches. But it's so much healthier now. Like, and my curls do be popping. I was sort of tempted to cut it again after that, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it grow out for another month. See where we're looking, and then I might take another chop to it. But I just want my curls to be thriving, especially in the summer, like big bouncy voluminous curls with cutesy tops and a nice tan, my blue eyes and my big lashes. Going for that natural appearance. My mum is currently on the last episode of Baby Reindeer. I finished it yesterday. Very, very weird show. It's absolutely bonkers that the guy in it was the guy that it all happened to. It was a difficult watch, but I feel like after episode 4 it just took such a turn. Like, it was already weird, and then episode 5, 6 and 7 just got even more weird. I was like, what the heck? Whenever you think it was at its peak, it just kept going. But I do recommend it if you've not seen it. I'm not going to go into it because it's literally all over the internet, so you probably know all about it. But yeah, very disturbing, but worth a watch if you're bored.
Whose horse is that?
See this empty tub? Soul destroying. That is where I keep my coffee pods, and there's none left. I literally go through them so quick. Last night when I went to Aldi, my main thing in my head was, don't forget coffee pods because you'll be fuming tomorrow and you'll be in such a bad mood. What did I do? I bought vitamin water dupe and forgot coffee pods. So I've got this coffee here, and this needs to do me. I might have to take a trip to Aldi on my lunch break, but I've got so many meetings today, so I don't even have time. So I'll need to hold off until tonight. I've got 20 minutes before I need to log on, so I thought I'd have a catch up with you. So I go on holiday to Spain in 5 weeks, which honestly isn't even that long away. The weeks just fly by, so that's given me something to keep me pushing on. Whenever I'm out on my morning walks, I always see learner drivers using like the same roads that I used when I was a learner. See, when I see them like lining up to do a parallel park, and you can see the instructor like talking them through it. See, when I was a learner, I'm not gonna lie, the instructor would be like, right, okay, Joanne, you see that little triangle it's making in the mirror? Is the curb lining up okay? And I'd be lying the whole time. I'd be like, yep, I see it, yep, all good. And just pretend. I, to this day, have no idea. Nova, do not even dare hump me. That is disgusting. I'm your auntie. I am your auntie. I'm just so irresistible. See that noise? Goes right through me. I don't know what's in Nova's food that's making her go crazy. She's doing my head in this morning. The dog weighs 4 kilo or less, and she gets 2 to 3 walks a day. Like, you'd think she'd be shattered. No. She's going crazy. Anyway, as I was saying, can't parallel park for, and honestly, see if I literally had to do it, like it was no other spaces, I wouldn't be in that situation, because I would be driving around blocks to try and find a free space somewhere, even if I have to walk 20 minutes. And I know there's people out there who will be like, see drivers like that who won't even use it to their full abilities. They shouldn't even be driving. Well, the joke's on you. I don't drive.
I just have my licence to tick it off. I pay £16 a month insurance for my mum's car, and I honestly drive about 5 times a year, so it does pain me that that £16 pretty much just going down the drain, but it's there for emergencies. See if we have to somehow maybe go to the hospital or whatever and I have to drive, I can do it. But be warned, I will be parking so far away, so get your walking shoes on. What have I been watching? So I said Baby Reindeer, spoke about that earlier. I've also been rewatching American Horror Story. If you've not seen it, watch with caution. I rewatched Murder House season 1, loved it. I think that's actually my favourite. It did used to be Asylum that was my favourite because it's more gory and kind of scarier, but Murder House, like everyone else, I was in love with it. Such a weird character. He's Evan Peters, he plays Jeffrey Dahmer as well. So when I was like 15, 16, God, I thought he was the best person they could ever cast. I'm rewatching Asylum, and not gonna lie, it's how did I manage to watch that when I was young? Like, I have to cover my eyes, but it's so gruesome. So whenever I'm having my dinner, I like cannot watch it when I'm eating. I have to watch a vlog or something light-hearted like Friends or The Office. I seen on TikTok on American Netflix that they've added Anyone But You, the film that came out in January with Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell, and it was such a feel-good film. I thoroughly loved it, and the soundtrack was absolutely banging. Feel the rain on your skin. So fingers crossed they add that to the UK one.
Why are you mucky? Where on earth have you been digging? Caught red-handed.
Back at it again with my excessively large water bottle. I just heard on the radio that it is the business exam today for Scottish pupils, and let me just tell you this, I'm so glad I'm done with exams because I actually don't know how I coped. Same with all my peers. How did we get through that? Because we deserve an award. I took essay-based subjects like English, history, mod studs, business, and let me tell you one thing. I've never felt pain like it in my hand. And then I went on to do business at uni, and when you do business, your exams are, if it's not coursework related, it's essays, and it's 3 essays per module. So in a uni semester, you've got 4 modules. Say one of them is all coursework, so there's 3. Each exam is 3 hours and includes 3 essays. You don't just learn 3 essays, you have to learn at least 6 because you don't know what's going to come up. So do you know how much information that is? 6 essays per thing. That's 18 essays. How the heck did I ever manage that? And at uni they had to do references in the essays, so you best believe I'd be bullshitting all my references. I would be writing a quote in quotation marks and making up J. Smith 2017. Bullshit. The Economic Digest 2008. Absolutely lied through all them. And there was this one time where it was the HR exam, and if you do a business, the first few years you have to do like all the modules rather than just your specified one. So like mine was marketing, but in like first and second year you have to do like HR, finance, accounting, all that stuff. I hated HR, and me and my friend were like, this exam's crap. I think we were going out like the week of the exam, so it just showed we weren't really caring, or like we'll just wing the exam, because I think we had already had marks from our coursework, so we only really needed to pass. And when you're in first and second year, grades don't really matter, just as long as you're passing. I was striving for 40% in all my exams. We only learned 3 essays, like roughly, and we were like, they will come up, there's 100% they'll come up, these are such common topics, like the questions are going to come up. Opened the exam paper, and our 3 essays that we'd learned were not there, and the essays of choice were ones that I had no clue about. So when I tell you I bullshit every single essay, I do not know how I passed that. And I know fine well, see if I could have turned around and looked at her, or looked for her, see if we made eye contact in that exam, we would have both been pissing ourselves laughing because you couldn't write it. We took a risk and it didn't pay off. So this is your sign. Don't be cutting corners. Stick with the rules. and don't cause yourself any more unnecessary stress. It was the last exam that year, and safe to say I went out and partied after that. So here is my breakfast obsession. I take some natural Greek yogurt. And remember in one of my previous videos I was talking about how I bought the wrong protein? Well, I'm putting it to use. I put a scoop of this into my yogurt, mix it all together, add some fruit, and it is so tasty. During lockdown there was the whole protein Weetabix cheesecake thing where you put 2 Weetabix in a tub, tiny splash of milk, crush it down, so that acts as the cheesecake base. Then your filling would be a yogurt and protein powder, or a protein yogurt, or just a yogurt that you like, layered on top. Then you would add your fruit to it, leave it overnight, and it hardens a bit, so it does actually come out like a cheesecake. So that's like the filling for it, and it's so delicious. I thoroughly enjoy my little breakfast.
So plot twist, I've had to get an emergency doctor's appointment because I've did something to my index finger. It was really sore 2 weekends ago, to the point where I thought I'd broke it. But then the pain sort of died down, so hence why I did go to the doctor's. But this morning I looked at it and it was like not looking too good, and there's a spot on it, so I don't know if it's an infection. And I feel like if it wasn't anything it would have been away by now, but the fact that it's still swollen and now red and looking a bit, ugh, I best get it checked. So I managed to get an emergency appointment. I hate the doctors, so fingers crossed all goes well.
So I have hands, foot and mouth disease apparently. That is not what I thought at all. I was thinking maybe sprained fingers or arthritis potentially. The nurse said it's not that common in adults, it's mainly like a children thing. And she said that she had it 2 years ago, and she was like, I'm not gonna lie to you. What's wrong with this multi-poo? She was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was agony. And she wasn't well, so pray for Joe, honestly. You can't write it, it's so typical to get ill needing the weekend. Why couldn't I had got this on Monday? Anyway, in other news, exciting, I was listening to Olivia Neal's podcast and they were talking about how they ordered food and they decided to get summer rolls, Vietnamese summer rolls. I typed them up on Google and they looked so refreshing and delicious, and I was like, I want to make them. I was going to order the kit on Amazon, but spur of the moment I thought, let me just wander into Sainsbury's on my way home from the beach and see if they do like the rice paper, and I'll just buy everything else. Well, what do we have here? It's a blooming summer roll kit. I just need to buy prawns, lettuce leaves and the veg to go in it, and that's my Friday night sorted. Friday's tomorrow, and let me tell you what I'm going to be doing. Not much, which is great. I get to just chill, relax. I'm going to pamper myself, do some gel nails, I cook myself a beautiful dinner, have a gorgeous bath, put my hair in overnight curls, maybe some tan and do my eyebrows. I'm just going to be feeling beautiful. Okay, bedtime Joe coming at you. I've been doing some research and I don't think I've got hands, foot and mouth. I think I've got something called chilblains, I think it's called. Basically, you get it when your hands are exposed to the cold, bad circulation, which I've said so many times in videos. I have bad circulation, so I think it's that. So I'm gonna phone the doctors again tomorrow. And I know it's not like, oh, Google's right, like you should never Google, but I was looking at the symptoms and the pictures and it's pretty much a copy paste of what I've got. So I'm just going to question it, because if I can get like steroid topical cream from the pharmacy or like antibiotics or something, I'm going to do that, because I don't want to be ill. But I don't think it's hands, foot and mouth, because the rest of my hands, my feet and my mouth are fine. So fingers crossed. But I'm going to go to sleep now because it's needing 9 PM, so it's a wild one for Joe tonight. That is so sad. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic weekend. Really hoping I'm not unwell and everything sorts itself out and I have a fantastic weekend. Super excited just to rest and relax tomorrow night and no alarm on Saturday or Sunday. That is music to my ears. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in another cheeky little video.